wabarakatuh, and very good afternoon to the dear listeners of IKIMfm. Welcome to another episode of Life with this special edition during this Ramadan for Islamic Holistic Amazing Life. And from the previous episode, I have my panel, Datuk Professor Dr. Muhaya Mohamad in the studio. Assalamualaikum, Datuk.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, my charming Patricia.
Thank you very much, Datuk. Alhamdulillah, it's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with me today. And for this episode, we're still going to continue with our adventure in seeking for inspiration for becoming a good Muslim during this Ramadan. And Doctor, in the previous episode, you talk about the 12 pillars of a holistic life. So in the first four, we learned about the physical, we learned about intellectual, and also we learned about relationship, right?
Emotion and the spiritual.
And also spiritual. And for this episode, we would like to learn more about the another four pillars of it. So starting for the first pillar for this episode, Doctor, what can you share with us?
Okay, first remember in the first segment, we talk about holistic person, So all the four components of a person is already good, inshallah. So we know whole person. Now, if someone is whole, can they mix with anyone? Yes. Someone who is whole, they love themselves, they love Allah, they know Allah love them. So they have so much love. Remember, what I have, I give. What I give, I get. I can only give what I have. So secure ourselves that 4%, that four components. Now, coming to love relationship. Relationship, we want to be in a nice, warm, fresh, loving relationship with anyone. But can we be good with anyone if we are not good to ourselves?
I see.
Correct? Because if you are not happy with yourself, you can never be happy with anyone. So for those out there who wants to get married, or your relationship now trying to get married, you ask yourself, do I marry to be happy, or I want to be happy with myself, then I marry to give the happiness.
Sharing the happiness.
Yes. We want to be the giver, not expecting. For example, I am sad. My happiness index is only 2/10. I must marry to get the other 8 from another person. Then you become a victim of circumstances. You have given your power to your partner. So remember, the first 4 is about yourself. Your cup must be full so that you can give to others. Just like in the aeroplane, put your oxygen mask first, then you help others. So the oxygen mask, they drink everything and full yourself. Okay. So imagine, if we are full of love, when we have so much love, then we have respect. Because I thought about this, between men and women. Let's reflect, the man who's listening out there. If we have 100 marks, you have to divide between love and respect. Studies have shown that 20% for men, they need 20% of love but 80% of respect. Men get very angry if they do not feel respected, because Allah has made them to be the leader, and of course male ego, because of the hormone testosterone that they have, that makes them men, because they are the hero, they are the fighter, they are protector, provider, so they are made that way. So we must respect. We cannot say, he's egoistic. No, Allah made them that way because of the task Allah gave them. So, but women, we need 80% love and 20% respect. It may not be arbitrary, but I just put this that. Why? Because for those out there, I'm talking about, let's say, marriage. Okay? Marriage. To all the ladies out there, if you want your husband to love you, respect them first. A man who is respected will love. And a woman, and for the men, if you want your wife to respect you, love them. Because a woman who is loved will respect. So it depends who listen to this program first. If both of you in the car listening, okay, let's do it. But if you are the first one to be aware, remember the word awareness, intention, doa and action. Every section that you listen, you become more aware. Awareness, Patricia, is like living in a house, condo, basement and penthouse, which is better to stay in the basement or in the penthouse.
Penthouse.
Yes. The higher you go in your awareness of Allah, akhirah, dunya, yourself and people, you're ascending in the lift towards the penthouse. The basement is the worst place to be. If in the hospital, where is the mortuary? Basement. Where is the dustbin? Basement. So if you want to know in your relationship, are you in the basement or in the penthouse? Look at your emotion. If you're in a loving relationship, you see each other, you smile, you don't expect, I won't give this formula. More expectation, more disappointment.
Yes.
More appreciation, more happiness. So that's a formula they say, expectation plus reality equals to disappointment. Especially those who wants to get married. Most people focus on planning the wedding,
Yes.
but people do not focus on the marriage. We have many wedding planner, but no marriage planner. Whereas in Islam for the walimatu urus, short one. But the marriage is the longest ibadah. If you think properly, which is the longest ibadah? Marriage. So this has to be your main focus in life. But how can you get married and have a good marriage and have a good partner, jodoh, if you do not develop yourself holistically in the first 4 quadrants? You don't take care of your health, you don't learn ilmu, you don't try to forgive, you don't purify your heart, you don't become obedient of Allah. If you do not follow the first 4, how can your next one be good? It's all foundation. So if you are in the basement of life, Patricia, it means you're always angry, you're always judging, you feel insecure, you're always jealous, you're always demanding. Cannot. So that's why in Holistic Amazing Life, Penthouse Life is about self improvement. Okay, that's the for marriage.
It's very interesting because usually when we talk about, building a marriage, people say that, it's about building happiness together. But from what I understood from your explanation, it's not about that, but it's more to how you can complement with each other, but for you to start complementing each other, it needs to be start from yourself. You need to, just like the metaphor that you use about the filling the cup.
Yeah.
So it must be from your heart. So you must complete yourself first, then
Yes.
only you can share that happiness with the people around you. I like that better, talking about the sharing instead of building up together, because eventually, if we are expecting for building up happiness together, what happen if just now talking about, you have certain expectation from your husband, for
Yes.
example, that I want you to treat me like this, but then it didn't happen. So what will happen? So how can you create that happiness together? And then you feel sad about yourself.
That's right.
So it's very interesting. And talking about just now about the respect and love, right? We know that from the Western perspective about the respect to the husband, they say it's a form of you being obeyed to your husband. Does it mean that I don't have the power or any saying to the marriage?
Let me tell you. When we respect our husband, again I was saying about Ida, awareness, intention. Your intention of respecting your husband, is it lillahi ta'ala or for husband to love you? If you do anything to get something from makhluk, you are makhluk focus, dunya focus. But if you do it, because marriage is an ibadah, remember that marriage is the longest ibadah. So for any ibadah, there has to be intention and the rukun and the methodology. the destination. So you want your marriage. If you say you want to share, sometimes Allah tests us with a partner who is not as we want. But remember Asiya, she has Fir'aun.
Yes.
She still go to Jannah. So do you have to have a good husband to go to Jannah?
No.
Remember, this is something my belief, that everything around us is a mirror, a reflection of ourselves. We are like slide projector. We put this slide, that's what on the screen. Let's say I put a hibiscus slide, and I see on the screen hibiscus. I said, no, I don't want hibiscus, I want a rose plant. Can I go change on the screen? I change the slide. The slide is your heart. You project what's inside you. So if you say, my husband is no good, why are you saying people no good? Have you been saying to yourself you are no good? Because you only treat others the way you treat yourself. And do you know that we will be treated by others the way we treat ourselves? This is something that I research over and over again. Whenever I go on live on social media, they will say, my husband doesn't love me, my husband criticizes me. I say, okay, do you criticize yourself? Like, oh yes, yeah. I'm not beautiful. If you say you're not beautiful, people will say you're not beautiful. Because everyone has a filter system. This filter is something that I think if we realize this, then my God, my whole life is about my filter. Where's your filter? It's your heart. Yeah? So if you have a good filter, dirty water, clean water come out.
Yes.
So if your filter is good, your filter is akidah, ibadah, akhlakul karimah, then whatever happened to you will make you a better person. So if you're in a marriage, your husband does not do what you want him to do, and then you get affected, then you become a victim. But if you say, oh, he does not do what I want to do, then you ask, why do I want him to do that? Why do I want him to praise me? That means I need someone to praise me to feel good. Why are we depending on people to feel good? You decide. That's why I say wake up in the morning. We decide. We discipline ourselves to be someone who's ikhlas. Whatever I do, I'm independent of the good opinion of others. I'm kind to my husband because I want Allah to love me. Shall I tell you a story about husband and wife?
Sure can, Doctor.
Okay. There is this lady who got married to a man. First week, the husband said, please make me coffee. She made coffee, not nice, not nice, not nice. Until 3-4 times, but she's still smiling. Then the husband ironed my clothes. When she ironed, made her do many times the same thing. She still smiled. Until 2 months, the husband said, what's wrong with you? I'm bullying you. And you are still smiling. He said, you know why? I'm not your wife. What? I resigned from your wife. What? I'm servant of Allah first. So when you ask me to make coffee many times, I get more reward from Allah. So the husband cried and became a good husband after that. Through her just total submission to Allah. Okay, so if you are full on the first 4, remember, always connected to all your taqwa. Taqwa always win. Then she become marriage. So imagine, so coming back to the second frame now, if you have a good marriage, will you become good parents?
Yes.
Of course. Imagine a mother who's happy with the husband pregnant. The kind of hormones that goes to the baby. And studies have shown, women who are pregnant, who are stressed, the child who is developing, the cognitive brain is not as good. They develop more musculoskeletal system, higher chance of them become gangster later. And if you were to study, there's studies done in prison of America. All the prisoners, who most of them have very traumatic childhood. So imagine if you have bad marriage, bad parenting, what happened to the child? And imagine a traumatic child will end up marrying a traumatic husband, because birds of a feather flock together. If you want to know who you are, look at your fiancé or your husband, same as you are. A good man is for a good woman. So if you want to get the Mr. Right, be the Miss Right. Don't wait for Mr. Right. Don't wait. Become the Mr. Right. I always say people who was prof, please make for me a good husband. I said, don't have to look for jodoh. Let jodoh look for you. You want to seek or be seeked? Oh, it's better people find me. Okay. You know the pearl? In the sea people will go. Diamond in the big, a difficult place people will go. Be that diamond. People run for you. Why you become a diamond as a woman? Because when you're good, solehah woman or soleh man, Masya Allah, you take care of the akhirah. The dunya will come to you. Don't chase after success. Success will chase you. So
Masya Allah,
imagine
that's
good
very
parenting.
inspiring.
Good parenting. So good husband, good children. Then good children, good son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Then good grandchildren. So if you want to change your generation, change now with you. Don't blame your parents. Forgive the past. Be a different person. Have a better version of yourself. Okay, so that is parenting. After parenting, if you're happy at home, your private life is good. Will you be good in your public life?
Of course.
Social, you are good. So you're always happy. You go to the surah, you go to tarawih, you are kind, you never judge people. Even if you do 10 or 20 rak'ah, you're just unconditionally loving. You don't judge people at all. Okay? You're very kind, loving. So socially, you are good. Now, if your social skill is good, will you have a good career?
Of course.
Of course. You know how to communicate. And let me tell you, I want you to remember this clip. Many people communicate, but few people connect.
Communicate, but if you connect. How is that, Doctor?
Yeah. Communication is not what you say. Communication is the response that you get from that person. Okay. But connect is like a heart together.
So I think in a way there's a understood element of it, whether you understand what the person are trying to convey, the message that's trying to convey.
Yes. Connect means when there is respect, when there is love, when people feel heard, when people feel understood, when people feel seen, when people feel important. These are the 5 things children need from their parents. And children who do not get this, this is another survey I do over my life, for how many years I've been doing life. They say, I'm not happy in my marriage. So I ask them, are you happy as a childhood? No. So unhappy childhood tends to be unhappy marriage. Why? Because when they were young, their mind, the filter says that, oh, this is how a marriage should be. They see the parents quarreling. They see the mother or father, oh, this is how it should be. So that's their mental model of the world, framework of the world. So they end up getting like that. And I say, okay, 5 things we need. Number 1, children need to be seen. Children need to be heard. Children need to be loved. Children need to be celebrated. And they should make to feel important. And why children play gadget now? Because they touch, respond. They touch, respond. But with the parents, mama, 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 they don't answer. The gadgets are so responsive, so the children learn that if I touch this, this come out. I get something interesting. How responsive are we to our children?
And even now we can see, if you go to a restaurant, we can see parents just let their children play with the gadget, even while waiting for the food. Even
That's
the parents themselves, they even spend their time looking at the gadget instead of like while waiting for food, talking to the children.
Connect. I want everyone to listen to this, to see, communicate and connect. Don't just communicate with, oh, I've communicated to them, I told them what to do. But you don't connect to the heart. So do your children want to do or they have to do? Yeah? So imagine if you're socially good, your career is good, you know how to talk, you practice well at home to be kind, to be loving, to be healthy. You know, the first 4, remember, you have a holistic person. You are healthy, you are smart, you are loving, you are obedient to Allah, and you come from a good family, from good parents, from good neighborhood. And of course, your career, that's how you are. We are accumulation of all the choices and experience for the past how many years. So imagine, once your career is good, so your love, relationship, marriage, parenting, social, career. Masya Allah.
Masya Allah, Doctor.
How can, you will never have problem at work. If there's a problem, your filter is good. What happened? Dirty, clean. Dirty,
They have good
clean.
outcome.
Yes. Focus on the outcome. And another one I want to say. There's something called circle of concern, circle of influence. I want to ask myself and you all, Where is your energy? On the circle of concern, that is what happened outside, or what others are doing, or your circle of influence, that's your choice, your decision, your discipline, your dedication. You wake up in the morning, your boss, your husband, not with you, you're with Allah first. What is your decision at that time? The problem we have with people, is it with them or with us? No, it's not with them. They do something not nice, Allah allowed that to happen. The taqdir is from Allah. Can we protest on the taqdir?
No.
We take taqdir, the filter, the dirty water, filter. Oh, what hikmah. What can I learn from this? How I become a better person? How I become more sabar? How I become more syukur? So life is about what I learn and how does what happened to me shape me to be a better person and closer to Allah. This has to be our way of life. Holistic amazing life is not about just happy only, but whatever happen, your tawakkul to Allah very strong. This is the best for me. What Allah wants to test me, am I closer to Him, and is my akhlaq better? Always this.
And doctor, I think talking about this, because going back to just now, you were talking about the children wanting attention from the parents. I think it goes back to the very basic nature of a human, which is wanting to feel important, wanting to
Yes.
feel acknowledged by the people around us. And I think somehow it affects the how someone function in the society. So talking about society, we know that no man's is an island. So in a way, we do need some sort of communication
Sure.
with the people around us. However, not many people, especially nowadays, have that, I would say, a good communication skill. So can you share some tips with us on how could someone improve their communication skill?
Number one, the sunnah, smile. Smile, there's something called Duchenne smile. You can Google Duchenne smile.
Dushan smile.
Yeah, where if you see, on TV can see me now. If I do this, Patricia, hi. Dengan Patricia, different, isn't it? You see my
From the
Eyes.
eyes, from the cheek.
you can do it. You wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
You smile.
Wait, so if you cannot see the difference, means that
You don't smile. It's just your mouth moving. You just do this.
yes. Mm-hmm.
And do you know that smiling increases the hormone endorphins?
Mm-hmm. Even just smile, even you don't have intention to.
Smile is sunnah.
Mm-hmm.
And do not speak until you smile. Do not answer the phone until you smile. You can see now if I don't smile. Hello and hello.
The difference,
Yes.
even in emotions and the tone.
And do you know that there is a plastic surgeon who, when he wants to do plastic surgery, he look at the patient's smile. If patient cannot smile, he does not do the surgery.
Why?
Because unhappy person. People who are unhappy, whatever you do, they'll never be happy. The issue is with themselves. And unhappy patients become a problem for doctors. No matter how good a job, they will complain. But someone who's happy, you give 2/10, they're happy like 10. Someone who's unhappy, you give hundreds, only 2. It's filter. The smile is a filter. Great people have great smile. You recall. You recall someone you like smiling or not smiling?
Smiling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So coming back to your question, you were asking
About ways to improve the
communication.
skill.
Okay. Smile, and when that person is in front of you, remember this. When is the most important time? Now. Who is the most important person? The person in front of you. What is the most important deed? Do good. And what is good? Smile, acknowledge, appreciate. Do not criticize. 3 things when you meet a person. Acknowledge, MashaAllah, thank you. I'm so happy to see you. Appreciate, wow, I love your dress. I love your smile. And don't criticize. And no judgment. Don't judge. In your heart, make dua for them. MashaAllah, this person, he or she is more pious than me. She does more tahajjud than me. She's more generous than me. She is more ikhlas than me. In your heart, keep on saying. Keep on saying. Imam Hasan al-Basri, he does not leave the house until he do two things. He say, everyone is better than me, and I only rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The minute you say everyone is better than me, you're not criticizing yourself. You're just appreciating, so you become humble, tawadhu. Tawadhu is a very important asset for any Muslim. You love this. And communication is about sharing, making people feel respected and feel good about themselves. Be a ray of sunshine to everyone you meet. Always in your heart, Ya Allah, help me. When I meet someone, I want to make them feel good about themselves. I want to be interested. I don't want to be interesting. Life is not about me. I don't have to say anything about me. I'm going to be a listener. And there is a story I listened about, I think Abraham Lincoln. Someone come to see him. So this person came and talked to him. This person did not talk, but Abraham Lincoln was talking, and he was listening and listening and listening. I think it's for 45 minutes. Then next day, Abraham Lincoln said to his father, wow, he's such a good conversationalist. It's a conversation, even though he's talking, but because there's listening, so the conversation is good. It doesn't have to be one like that.
The two-way communication.
But the listening, interactive listening, how you listen. You see, that's why I said that the hormones. If you are full of respect, you're going to be, I see. If you're not interested. Your body language, communication, actually, if you're talking, I got this formula. Remember this, huh? Let's practice over the voice. Okay, I'm going to say this to you. The TV can see me. I just look at you. Patricia, I love you.
It's not sincere.
You don't feel anything.
Yeah.
But if I say, Patricia, it's so naughty like you. Which one you like?
The second one.
Even though the word is love and naughty. Because communication is divided into three components. Words is only 7%. Your tone is 38%. That's why you like the second one.
Yes.
And your physiology, your non-verbal body language is 55%. So imagine if you wake up in the morning, decide, I'm going to be loving, I'm going to be kind, I want to love more, care more, do more, nurture more for others, inshallah. Please help me, Allah. You come with a 55% full already. You meet people, you already pass. So you have 55. Then, hi, how are you? I'm so happy to see you. 38. Even you said the wrong word. If you go on radio, if I speak on radio, if my word is wrong, but if my intonation, wow, how's everyone? I may say the wrong word, but it's only 7%. So don't focus on the word trying to have a script. It's from your heart. Just give. And there's a scientific theory called heart-brain coherence. It's a new study in which that when your heart and your brain is coherent, the wave is very regular and it's going to affect everyone around you. So if you want to know how good your heart-brain coherence, look at how you feel and how you make others feel. And what people feel is our mirror, actually.
Is it reflecting how people perceive yourself?
That's right. Yeah.
And so far from the two tips, it seems like I think it's going to give a very first good impression when we meet new people.
Smile.
And
And in your heart, you are saying in your heart, that person's heart can feel. Our soul do not lie. Yeah. That's why never think bad of others. That's why we make dua. Astaghfirullah lil mu'minina wal mu'minat. When we ask Allah to forgive the whole mu'min, mu'minat, how many billions, we get the same dua for malaika for us. So think well of others. Never judge. Never criticize. Even if you see, I'm calling myself everyone. In nowadays, media social, so much people's wrongdoing are exposed. Let us practice in this period of Ramadan. Anything bad that you see, make dua for that person. Ya Allah, give hidayah for that person. Please forgive them. Allow them to taubat before they die. May them go to Jannah. Ya Allah, thank you for not testing me with that deed. Ya Allah, please take care of my generation not to do that. Ya Allah, how the hidayah you gave me not to do that, please give to that person. Please pardon him. Practice unconditional love. A mu'min, your iman is not perfect until you love another person. Who are we to criticize people? And I wanted to say about this rule, this platinum rule. Golden rule, people say treat others the way you want to be treated. But platinum rule is treat others the way you want Allah to treat you.
MashaAllah. That's something I've never heard before, Doctor. That's very interesting.
If you want Allah to forgive you, forgive others. Imagine, other than Allah is all creations. Table, air, love them. If you love Allah's creation, Allah will love you. And if Allah love you, Allah asks the malaikat to tell everyone to love you. That's why when I do surgery on patients, sometimes the laser is so smooth.
It depends.
Oh, MashaAllah, this is something beyond science.
You mean the laser?
The laser,
Mm-hmm.
I have footage where a patient who is very anxious, the bubble, and for me to do is of course successful, but a bit longer. Usually I think maybe 45 seconds, some people 1 minute, some people 1.5 minutes. The difficulty depends on how the laser cut. And laser is makhluk of Allah. So the emotion of the patient, like yesterday, I did 2 patients. The wife is very calm. Husband is panicky, very perfectionist, very not so positive. Always what if.
So it's like overthinking.
Overthinking. The wife recovers so fast, the husband takes longer. Even though I'm the same surgeon, same doctor, same surgery, same machine. The outcome because of the emotion. That's why the holistic telling you that your intellect, your emotion, your spiritual, more than your physical. So my principle is that physical 1%, the unseen, the ruh 99%. Many of us before I, for example, as a medical doctor, used to treat the physical component. No, we treat the person as a whole. That's why whoever medical personnel who's listening to this, please treat the patient, not the disease. That's why we are trained by our lecturer. Please call patient by name, speak to them, rapport building, love them, respect them. Then half the battle is gone when treating a patient.
So the relationship aspect here is not just between human and human, but also between human and also the things around us, surround us, even with nature, right, Doctor?
Of course. Do you know that when you go to the beach, you feel nice?
Yes.
Because zikrullah, all the makhluk is zikrullah to Allah. You know?
So you get the positive aura.
That's right. And you know that if you look at everything, if you look at this microphone, it's solid. If you go microphone, you can see the atoms are in a lattice. They don't move much. But if you heat the ice, you heat becomes water. As the kinetic energy is more, they more dispersed. You heat more, they become gas. So it's all energy, kinetic energy. And if energy is something that we want energy, but energy to me is energy, emotion is energy in motion. Correct? If positive emotion, a lot energy or not? A lot. Negative. That's why we have to tazkiyatun nafs every day. Until we clean our heart, we purify our heart. Imagine we have this bulb to see light. The whole thing is so full of black spots. You cannot see.
Yes.
Nur, light of life. That's why we need the light. And some people, for example, if you're in the room, 10 watt and 100 watt, which one you can see more?
100 watt.
So our life, don't you want to increase our wattage? By
So
purifying?
The heart.
The heart. So the heart is the king.
So it's like the energy.
Energy. Yes. Energy is how you move. And all this actually, after having studied medicine, practicing, and now eye specialist, and now becoming someone yang meet a lot of people, the conclusion is that everything starts with yourself. And there's a metaphor that I do in my clinic. If someone cannot see, they wear thick glasses. So I should ask them to take out the glasses, see the screen, read the letters, cannot see. Okay, put on. Oh, can see now. So who is at fault? The screen, no writing, or you cannot see? Another one. Okay, I proceed. Take out your glasses, the remote of my screen. I say, okay, tell me, Prof, please change to bigger writing. I cannot see. She asked me, I said, I don't want to change. Ask again, I don't want to change. Then we end up fighting, isn't it? I said, you want me to change, take your circle of concern. Now take this remote, change yourself. Circle of influence. When she changed, oh, I can see better now. I can see better now. So I said, so that screen is your life. You want your life to be better, I change or you change. That is personal mastery. Decide, discipline, dedicate, taking the remote control of your life, biiznillah, by purifying your heart.
With 1 minute we have left, Doctor, can you give us one final advice for this episode?
So for this episode, we reflect for relationship, look at everything around you. Life is like a looking glass. You are in a room, everywhere you look is a reflection of who you are. If you do not like what you see outside, change your inside. Until you change yourself, you cannot change your life. Until you upgrade your iman, you cannot upgrade your life. Wallahu a'lam.
And with that being said, I would like to thank Datuk Professor Dr. Muhaya Mohamad for her insights on today's topic, Islamic Holistic Amazing Life. And we hope that today's sharing will be beneficial and also inspiring to those who are listening to us, either through radio or even through our social media pages, Facebook and YouTube. And we hope that today's will be inspiring for you in searching for something for you inspiring during this Ramadan. And be stay tuned to us next week for more interesting conversation with Datuk. So stay tuned to IKIMfm Inspirasi Utama Anda.